Timepieces for a season of graduations, weddings, Mother's and Father's Day celebrations. Substantial savings from Trend, Sly, Howard Miller, Colonial, Seth Thomas, and others. For a selection unlike any other and savings to 50%. Visit the Clock Shop now, where time is on sale at Klingman's of Grand Rapids, Eastbrook Mall.
And that is a lot of clocks. Even though Eastbrook Mall ain't a mall anymore. Hello everyone, I'm King Chuck, and this is my current video on the old Eastbrook Mall. This is now called the Shops at Centerpoint. Here's a little brief history of the Shops at Centerpoint. It opened up as Eastbrook Mall in 1967. The original anchors were Würzburg's, where TJ Maxx is now. Sticketti's, where Nordstrom Rack is now. And on the back part of the store, there was a Woolco. Now, Woolco closed and became a Burlington coat factory in 1982, and eventually it became a Menards. And throughout the 80s and 90s, this mall had some unfortunate competition right across the street, Woodland. Woodland was the A mall, while Eastbrook was the B mall, even though what happened was Würzburg's eventually became Kleinman's Furniture, and Kleinman's had a humongous, and I do mean humongous, ad budget. They even advertised in northern Michigan. And it was the first ever mall I ever heard of in northern Michigan, in Grand Rapids, because of Kleinman's constant ads seen up north. And I'm like, okay, why would anybody want to drive all the way to Grand Rapids to buy furniture when there's furniture stores all throughout northern Michigan? Okay, well, Kleinman's took over the old Würzburg spot, but Kleinman's ended up going out of business at this mall in the 2000s. Well, anyway, Eastbrook Mall was remodeled in around 2000 or so, and it became Centerpoint Mall, but it still lacked a lot of stores. Even though they were able to attract DSW, Nordstrom Rack, and even the old Whitmark space became a skate park. That's now Ulta Beauty over there. Well, what happened was, it was announced in the late 2000s that this mall would be converted into an outdoor strip mall called the Shops at Centerpoint. And, well, and what do you know? Since the conversion of being a dead mall to outdoor shopping plaza, it has worked out. But there is one small spot in the mall, in this former mall, that's still somewhat of an indoor mall, and you're looking at it right now. Hey, it even has a Macy's. No, I'm just kidding. It's Macy Nails. I fooled you, didn't I? Well, there's now the thing is that the whole right side of this corridor here used to be filled with abandoned storefronts, but then they built this Sierra Trading Post, which is like an outdoor style clothing goods store. It's owned by TJ Maxx and Marshalls and all those guys. There is a Marshalls not too far down the street. Yes, the only businesses in this corridor are Nordstrom Rack, and then you got Macy Nails and SOS State, Secretary of State, which is the DMV around here. 2 men in a truck, and that's pretty much it. And it's kind of dead. It is a dead part of the mall. Now, they've cordoned off this entrance to the right. I kind of wanted to go out there first so I could look at what used to be the Woolco / Menards, which is now Planet Fitness. And it also was a trampoline park called Airtime, which I noticed went out of business on New Year's Day. I guess now a lot of kids were jumping around there. It's kind of, that's one of the worst things about this, about Centerpoint, is the fact that the way the entrances are set up. But here is a legendary nightclub that is not there anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Orbit Room.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah!
All right, I think we're all ready. We're at Club Eastbrook for the hottest half hour of dance music, dance dedications, and music videos on Pepsi Dance Tracks. I'm Steve Smith from 98 WGRD, and this place is hot. We're going to keep it real hot with some dedications, so stick around. We'd like to read a dedication right now from the mailbag. This is to Mary, okay, Mary? Here it goes. Ooh, baby, I'm losing you, and I like it. And that's from the Big D, okay? Hey, Dance Tracks, that's what we got here at Fox 17. I'm Steve Smith, 98 WGRD.
Once upon a time, the Orbit Room was a movie theater. It started its life as a movie theater in the mid-60s as the Eastbrook Theater, very original name. And then it became twinned sometime in the 70s or 80s that because there was a huge flux of movie theaters in that area, they decided to turn it into a nightclub in the late 80s. And we're looking at it right now, Club Eastbrook. And it also brought in a lot of concerts as well. And that, of course, included Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know, Red Hot Chili Peppers, as maybe you know, Anthony Kiedis is a Grand Rapids native. And Primus played there early in their career, and so many others. In the 1990s, late 90s, it became the Orbit Room, and it was owned by a fellow named Don Dorsheimer, who was a very successful businessman in the area. Well, I saw, when I moved to Grand Rapids in 2002, what happened was so many bands. I actually got to see so many bands here. Bands like Clutch, Shinedown, back early in their careers. And then I actually got to meet some of the artists. I met one of the guys from Mushroom Head. I met Ivan Moody from Five Finger Death Punch. I even got to meet the members of Taproot. Remember Taproot? They had that song, Poem to Myself. That was a huge hit from a long time ago. Well, of course, Don Dorsheimer died a couple of years ago. His family struggled to keep the place running for a couple of years, but they couldn't compete with this new venue downtown, 20 Monroe Live. And so they closed because they couldn't get any good concerts in anymore. It was mostly rap, hip-hop, and Latino concerts. And I feel bad for them, you know. The fire department shut them down because the place was just not very well run. And so it's been sitting abandoned and unloved and uncared for a while. That, of course, is the old Menard / Wilco / Planet Fitness. And Airtime. And Airtime, as you have seen here, has closed. And I tried to take a little picture of what it looks like now. And it looks, I don't know why they closed. And it looks like it's still fully furbished and all that. I never went in there when it was a trampoline park because, well, I'm not a kid. And I think I'm a little bit too old to be jumping around on trampolines. I don't have kids of my own. If I did, I probably would. The funny thing about this Planet Fitness is that, according to Wikipedia, it is the second largest Planet Fitness in the entire chain. And I actually tried to go in a few other doors, and I see that this is a big problem. They have decided that since they built this brand new Sierra Trading Post, the only real entrance in the back is right around the Nordstrom Rack part, and which kind of pisses me off, you know. So because I'm parked up front, and you know, it creates kind of an inconvenience in my opinion. But I gotta give the owners of Eastbrook, the mall. Excuse me, it's the shops at Centerpoint now, because you know, this was the B mall to Woodland for so long, and unfortunately they were only able to get like Michigan-based stores. I think it might have had a Montgomery Awards at one time. I don't remember reading about one, but maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I know Rogers Plaza had one, but you know, the whole situation is that you know, I know a lot of people did say that when it converted into Centerpoint Mall in 2000, it was an upgrade. but I remembered walking through the mall, and it felt like I was walking in a whole lot of nowhere. And it was kind of eerie, kind of boring. And I mean, there weren't many people at any given time. But the remodeling of this place into a power center has really brought new life, and I mean, this is kind of a dead part of the shops at Centerpoint right there, because I was just trying to get back into the front part of the building, and like I said, it was a major inconvenience, and that's what they should have, whoever planned all this should have thought about. But I give them credit that this place is now bustling. It has a lot of junior tenants that do very well, and the major tenants here do extremely well as well. And that's what this place really needed, a really big shot in the arm, because let's face it, the fact that there were two malls right across from each other trying to compete for each other's business for so long, for over 40 years, and nothing doing for the B Mall, really hurt them. And then you look at Woodland; they've always had the A stores. They had Sears for 50 years, and of course now that's gone, and it's being turned into this whole new wing of the mall. And right now, Priad is dumping $100 million into upgrades and renovations to Woodland. And then, all these new out parcels like REI. They just announced Cheesecake Factory is coming. Oh, look at this, a duck. I love this part of the video. This woman opens the door and a duck is running out into the parking lot. Oh, it's flying away. Oh, man. But maybe, just maybe, that's, people need to learn from Centerpoint, and knowing that, maybe the power center conversion will work. And because look at it now, it's beautiful. Lots of shopping, even though it's all outdoors. And and like I said, I really had to walk around the building to get back to where I wanted to go. I was trying to find another doorway, but I couldn't find one. But maybe that's the way they kind of wanted it to be. That's how it was designed. But I still give this place an 8 anyway, because I love hearing about dead malls that used to be dead, and now, thanks to a little bit of elbow grease and hard work, it's doing excellent day. Yes, I love Centerpoint. They have some great stores in there. After the conversion, they've had on Ulta Beauty, which took up the old skate park. Five Below, Maurice's was added on, I think. Of course, Lane Bryant for the plus size women, of course, Sierra. I will advise you, though, don't get underwear at Sierra. I bought a pack of 5 underwear for like $10, and I'll just leave it at that. But anywho, bravo to the people who made this mall into a great power center. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.